So this was, I'm propped up on my elbow in a sleeping bag inside a tent in Yosemite National Park, and I am staring through the darkness, which does no good because it's dark, and I'm staring down at the place next to me, at the sleeping bag next to me, and I'm staring at a woman. We'll call her Emma, which is not her real name, and I'm just staring and staring and trying to build up the courage to say her name, followed by the sentence that I've been practicing in my head for weeks. Now, I'm on this big cross-country bike trip. We biked from Baltimore to San Francisco in 2 months. This is very uncharacteristic for me. I do not do things that require bravery or athleticism. But here I am somehow on this trip. And I don't know, when you're on a bike 8 hours a day, you have a lot of time to just think. And the thing I kept thinking about was Emma. And thinking back to it now, I start realizing this is the part of the story where I'm supposed to tell you what it was that I liked about her, and tell you something about her smile, or her hair, or whatever it is people like about people. But really, I think, there's a lot to recommend her. She was a very nice person. She was, I'm not speaking ill of her. She was very funny. She actually had like a kind of a man sense of humor. And she was also the only person, the only woman on the bike trip who was not in a sorority, so I think she had that going for her. But really, I think the reason that I liked her is the same reason that any of us like someone at 23, which is how old I was at the time. And that's the same reason you like people when you're 15, which is that when you find yourself in an artificially constructed social group, you just start asking, who do I like? Which is the one? And I guess it's not just me. Good, thank goodness, because I was afraid I was going to say that and it'd be just me. Because I did this all my life. I still remember there was that girl Lauren from summer camp, and there was that red-haired girl in the 7th grade orchestra who played flute, and you kind of pick one person in your religious youth group, or I guess so, or your marching band, or what have you, and that's the person you chose to focus on. And this time, there are 24 of us biking across the country, 22 college students, and 2 creepy grad students. That's me. But she was a senior, so it was okay. And I kind of set my sights on Emma, and so the whole time, as I'm biking, I start thinking, all right, how am I gonna make my move? Which is hard to do because the 24 of us are together a lot. We are rarely alone, and there have been a couple opportunities that I had where I was alone with her, but I didn't do anything. I let them pass, and now in Yosemite, 3 days from the end of our trip, I've somehow gotten myself alone in a tent with her.